I will say I was really lucky that I came to a club where I find really, really good people. And Arsene Wenger was unbelievable for me, the support I had, but as well the players. And Martin is here, and Patrick Vieira, Rui Paolo, Dennis Bergkamp. I was really lucky. I find unbelievable people. They were great players, but they were great people as well. And for me, that's they made it very easy for me. And if I did that career in Arsenal, it's a lot because of them as well, the support I had around me.
What was it like for you, a young boy? I mean, you were only 20 walking into that kind of company.
I can tell you, I was intimidated at the start, seeing players that I was watching on the TV, and I was going to train with them, to talk to them. Honestly, I was very shy, I can tell you. The only moment I was really expressing myself, it was when I was on the pitch. But apart from that, it was hard to get conversation because you're thinking, you're looking them, you see like, I just saw them on the TV like, 2-3 months ago, and I am with them. But again, really humble guys, always give me a great support, and that made it very, very easy for me.
You could see the excitement though. You could hardly hold it in. Yeah. You were running on the spot as you were talking to us. I don't know if you even realised, because you were told you were going to train with us, and it was like the boss was like trying to fast track you into work with us in those, because he saw from the beginning that enthusiasm, that quality, that we got to push this kid on to see if we can get him to where we want to get him to.
Yeah. I'm looking at the messages coming in, so I'm going to get to this. Jim says, Jack, Jim, you've got to mention his trial at Arsenal. So we're going to do that for everybody this Friday lunchtime. You're going to enjoy this. These guys played with Ray Parlour, and Ray Parlour describes the scene when Kolo Toure pitched up for a trial.
First ball goes into Henry. From nowhere, Kolo Toure takes him out. I'm like, whoa, Kolo, he's our best player. Don't kick him. And Wenger's like, no, Kolo, no kicking, no. Next minute, they swap over. Bergkamp's on Kolo Toure now. Ball goes into Bergkamp. He takes Bergkamp out as well. This is his trial. So now Wenger's getting really irritated, going, Kolo, no tackle. Now we got big games coming up. If Henry and Bergkamp are out, we can't win the league. Simple as that. And we got a trialist kicking him.
Romford Pele up front.
So anyway, next ball goes in and he makes a really good interception. Ball spins up, and he follows the ball, Kolo. You watch him when he played, he always followed the ball. Didn't know what was around him. The ball lands right at Arsene Wenger's feet. Takes him out. You heard,
Kolo, you took Wenger out as well. You cleaned him out.
Yeah, like Martin said, I was so enthusiastic. For me, I couldn't believe, I was training with these guys, man. Coming there, and having the chance to express myself with people that, that were my idols. And when the game started, I wanted to show what I was capable of doing, because for me it was a big chance. I don't want to miss that at all. And I was trying to tackling everything I could, including the manager.
Do you remember what the manager said? He's getting to his feet and he said, "We sign him.
Really?
Please do it." Yeah.
You were just going after anybody. Kolo, I've got to say, this morning I got in touch with Arsene Wenger. He's in meetings in Paris as we speak, but he's just messaged me and he says, Jim, please give Martin Keown and Kolo Toure my best regards. They have my deepest respect because of who they are. Now that I know that means a lot to you, because Martin speaks of Wenger in the highest regard. I know that you still have a huge opinion of Arsene Wenger.
Everything starts from him, I would say, is he gave me the trust, he gave me the belief, he gave me the chance to express myself in the best league in the world. And for me, there's nothing you can beat that. He is my father. When I say my father, I have my biological father, but Arsene is a father. He looked after me when I was here, like his son. And he took care of me in every manner, I will say. And, without that support, I don't think I was able to do what I've done, honestly.
Well, you must have been incredibly nervous about what you get into. You signed from Abidjan side, ASEC Mimosas.
Yeah, ASEC Mimosa, yeah.
Mimosa.
Yeah.
For 150,000 quid. I mean, what was that change like? Going from there to, no disrespect to the club in Abidjan, but to Arsenal.
Yeah, massive. I don't think there is a lot of players who done that, from Africa straight away in the Premier League. And to do that, you have to be able to pay a certain percentage of the game of your national team. I was playing for my national team already in that days. But
Ivory Coast.
Yeah, Ivory Coast national team.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Exactly, Côte d'Ivoire, yeah. But it was a massive change, condition was different, environment was different, food was different, the speed of the game was different. I needed to adapt to that, and the good thing is, Arsenal had some really competent people.
Yeah.
Arsenal had really competent people, and Tony Corbett was one of them.
Tony Corbett,
yeah, the
fitness guy.
Yeah. He was incredible with me. He just helped me to get better physically, and at one point I was really put on muscle really, because when I came I was a bit skinny.
About 10 stone, weren't you?
Exactly.
I mean, what was it like in the Ivory Coast? All the talk about you, because they must have been going crazy about you and Yaya. I remember I was in Senegal with Vieira years ago when he opened his own soccer academy.
Yeah.
And they are football mad. And they love Patrick. But the Ivory Coast must be the same about you and Yaya.
Yeah, the passion in Ivory Coast for football is incredible. There's nothing else, apart politics is football.
Yeah.
And what bring everybody together really is the football.
We had Yaya come on trial, didn't we, as well?
Yes.
And something I've never talked to you about. Were you really disappointed that didn't go through? Because that would have been a remarkable signing. Both of you.
Yeah, I was a bit sad for Yaya, but he was young in that moment. And
Song and Diaby, weren't they? Were both just arriving at the club at the time in the same position.
Exactly. And he was young, I will say, Yaya, at that time. And
you older than him?
Yeah, I'm older than him 2 years.
2 years older.
Exactly. But,
right. So when you were playing at Arsenal, where was he?
He was in Beveren.
In Beveren,
in Belgium. Exactly, in Belgium. And then he had to go to Ukraine, Shakhtar Metalurg.
Oh yes,
Metalurg Donetsk.
Yeah.
He played there, and he went to Greece, and then after he went to France and Barcelona.
Right. And what happened with Yaya at Arsenal? Why did that not happen?
I will say he was young. I will say. He was a bit frail, I will say, because Yaya was very skinny.
He's another top player that slipped through the Arsene Wenger fingers.
It was difficult at that moment to see that, because in the Premier League, especially back in the days, you needed power, and you could see I had power a little bit already. But because Yaya was a really skillful player, it was difficult to see.
In fairness, he arrived,
and being put in muscle.
Kolo, he arrived late in the pre-season. And he could see he was behind in the training. I think that's the only reason they never signed him.
Yeah, maybe.
Life must have changed for you, Kolo, overnight when you put pen to paper to Arsenal. And then you became part of the Invincibles team. I mean, could you ever have imagined that?
No chance.
Where does that achievement rank in your football career?
He rung to the top, I will say. To the top, absolutely. And... But again, I did an interview and I spoke about my best moments, and I ranked that second, the Invincible. You know why? Because for me, coming in the Premier League, playing for Arsenal was the biggest achievement. To be able to come and sign for Arsenal, pulling on the shirt, and especially my first goal against Chelsea. I came in, Martin, if you remember, Patrick Vieira send off. We play in away, and then Edu come out. I said, bring me. I play a winger, and I scored 1-1. And for me, that's the biggest moment.
Started off a winger, didn't you?
Exactly, and that's the biggest moment for me, because, as a player, you always doubt. I was thinking, do I belong to that league really? But that goal, have shown me, and has told me that I was capable of playing in that league.
Fabulous. I mean, when you look at the Invincibles and what they did, now, of course, they went the season unbeaten, hence Invincible. But Do you think that's the greatest ever Premier League achievement, Kolo? Bet more than City winning 100+ points.
I think
Mourinho's 05 team. What you guys did, going unbeaten, is that the biggest Premier League achievement by any club? Is that the pinnacle?
You know, the thing is, when we start the season, we never ever thought about that. That wasn't the goal. You know, it's just during the season because we were playing well, we were winning games. And as soon as we became champion in Tottenham, we were happy, really, you know, and we were feeling that we'd done it.
Yeah.
And then we had few games to go. And that's where the talk started, really. But from the start of the season, we never felt or believed that we were going to be unbeaten.
It was mentioned the year before, wasn't it, by the manager?
Exactly.
Said he felt, because the year before that, Jim, in 2002, we'd gone unbeaten away from home the whole season. So the boss was said, look, we sort out those couple of defeats at home. We can do it. We can go the whole season. Yeah. But he announced that publicly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then that made it doubly difficult.
Yeah.
So 2003-04, it was going. It was under the surface.
Yeah.
It was in. It had been put there in our minds.
We're going to take a break in a second, Kolo. I want to ask you this. It's okay to ask it, I'm sure. Is there any of the current Arsenal side who would get in that Invincibles team today?
I think Bukayo Saka, I will say, is really good because he got power, he got speed, and he got technique.
Who taken out?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're out of order. Freddie's listening.
No, I can't say because Freddie scored a lot of goals.
Oh, great runs.
Yeah, he was
We're
a
not going to say
fantastic
who
player.
comes out of the team, but don't tell Freddie Lundberg. But Saka would make it, would he?
Saka will make it because of his power, his speed, power, in he can dribble two guys with 1v1, 2v2. You know, he's really, really good individual player.
You know that time I met you at Sky, I want to throw this in before I forget it, but because we'll be at 1 o'clock before we know it. When we met at Sky that day, somebody asked you for your autograph, and it was wonderful. Do you remember? I remember looking at it. Be happy, Kolo Toure. It was always happiness.
Yeah,
happiness was your theme.
For me, that's very important. You know, we all have struggles in our life. But, you know, you have to be positive. You know, it doesn't matter what come. You know, you just have to put down the side and just put the smile and be happy. Because when you put a smile to anybody, they will bring you back that as well.
Exactly.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.